Good day, everyone. We're back here on the Rockville Western Railroad, and today we're going to talk about the new doorway bridge spanning Ordway and Cullen on the Indiana Subdivision. The opening between the benchwork here is about 40 inches, give or take, with a diagonal measurement. And unfortunately, the bridge trackage is curved on both ends, which made lining it a little bit more difficult than just a straight run through, but I was able to do it. So here you see I've cut a blank of slightly less than half-inch plywood to width. I've scraped up the approach tracks on both Ordway and Cullen back a distance so I can put some new flex track down to run over the bridge. And as you see, I need to cut out the fascia that runs around the outside of the railroad. Doing that, I use my oscillating tool, my cordless oscillating tool, to cut out the half-inch OSB and the fascia down to the 1x4 framing that you see in the middle there. The oscillating tool made quick work of it, and I got a pretty good cut on, pretty good finish on the first try with this. I was very happy with it. So after the cutouts for the deck are in place, I temporarily tried the deck in place, and it fit quite well. It was slightly less, it was low sitting on the benchwork, but because of the deck being less than half-inch and the OSB being half-inch, I came up with a solution to try to level it out. Surprisingly, the bridge deck was actually nearly level going across there. So here I've painted the where the former track was, painted everything green in preparation for installing the track. Did a little cleanup with a Dremel tool, and then installed, here's one more cleanup of the track work. Then installed a couple of screws here. Now these screws can be slightly twisted up or down to get the bridge deck level with the half-inch OSB. This is where the bridge deck being less than half-inch gives me some ability to level it out, and it did work quite well. Here I've put in some blue tape on the three sides and then drilled a hole through the deck into the framing to put an orienting pin. This pin keeps everything aligned, moving side to side, front to back, and holds everything in place. On the underside of the deck, I've installed 3/4 inch square tubing to maintain the straightness of the deck. Here I'm showing some chains. Originally I was going to hang the deck when not in use from the railroad, hanging down to near the floor, but I abandoned that, and you'll see my results coming up a little bit. Testing out the unfinished deck here with some temporary wiring. The deck actually worked quite well. The leveling screws were able to get the deck with just a pressure fit pretty flat with very little bump in the track. I finished up the deck with some black paint and some glued on trusses I had left over from previous railroads. The deck just lifts straight up and down. There's no latching or anything like that. The orienting pin holds everything in place. And the black color just kind of masks all the imperfections in there. Power to the track for the bridge is by a 1/8 inch jack and plug setup that's easily disconnected. So the bridge is in place, and we see here the first westbound train crossing the bridge. When not in use, the bridge is stored under Ordway on a little shelf I added, and it just sits there ready to be installed onto the opening. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you can, and be sure to visit my blog at www.rockvillewestern.com. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.